We are here at the Tea Museum in Tbilisi, Georgia, and we are with Georgi. I mean, we're standing here with Georgi and with his very cute tea place, and he's gonna tell us more about the story behind the concept, more about how they work, about their business model, history of the tea, and the storytelling behind all this.
So the concept of our museum and shop is that we want to preserve history of Georgian tea. It has a quite interesting history, very underrated, and we want to promote for Georgians and also for tourists who are coming here. And also we sell our semi-handmade organic teas. We have association of farmers that started from 2006, and we make organic teas. When it comes to history, here we have packaging from 19th century. In Georgia, tea started from 1847 when first Chinese tea bushes were planted. And first factory was managed by Chinese tea master Yu Junzhou in 1893. This is the original package, 120 years old of the first factory, and it was for imperial houses. You can see here the distribution for Eastern European imperial houses. Here we also have Soviet packaging. During Soviets, it was full industrialization, mass production, mass quantities. And after collapse of Soviet Union, tea completely collapsed. The main reason what our team thought is that because we didn't had a farmer tea culture, like for example we have with wine. And that's why we started from 2006 to prioritize making farmer tea.
That's because I actually didn't know that Georgia is producing green tea. No.
During like 19 and Soviet period, mostly it was black tea. A little bit they produced like green tea for Mongolian market, for example. Then my father and I also went to China to study into university for a few years.
So you studied, huh?
Yes, we also gathered a team, and we also sent farmers to China and other tea producing countries to study there and then create new product.
So you see, this is very important actually, because the tea production, I guess it's very specific. It has a specific types of production, so it's very important to know the production process and how to educate. Education is very important.
Yes, education is very important, and farmer tea, just like wine, it has so many details. In China, in Japan, you have thousands and thousands of years, right? So what we're trying to do, what we did already, is to basically make a Georgian product, something niche. We try to find why is Georgian tea special, and then go into that direction.
Then my question is, what is special about Georgian tea?
Well, Georgia is the northest tea producing country with industrial potential, so coldest country in the world. That gives it special taste and aroma, like honey-like terroir. And also we have no pests in Georgia because it's so cold, so it's easier to do organic here than in other countries. Also, for example, black teas we can taste later. They don't get bitter. They rarely get bitter, and it's easy to work with them. Right. And now we produce black, red, green, white, herbal, like uniquely Georgian herbals as well. We are still experimenting and creating new types of tea.
How much do you think that in sales the storytelling is important?
It's very important because, for example, what kind of problems we had when we started, right, was that during Soviet Union quality was not that good. It was mass produced, right, so the name of Georgian tea was associated with mass produced, low quality mass tea. When we started, for example, to make this kind of tea, which is like high quality organic teas, it was hard to explain. That because in Georgia in the past, during Soviet period, especially in 80s, had very bad reputation. So it was mass produced and low quality, and especially like Eastern European countries remembered that. So what we did is that we told the story of revival of Georgian tea but not as industrial tea, like for example we see in the region, like in Turkey or Iran, but high quality, organic, specialty tea. And that's why we started making like orthodox style black, green, white teas. So we also have unique herbal teas, and each tea has its own story. Most popular now with the sales wise are our most rare and specialties are wild tea.
What is the difference between the wild tea and the regular tea, let's say?
So regular tea is plantation tea, so it's a human-made field, and wild is which is grows in a forest on its own, and it's basically merged with the forest, and it's like an ecosystem there. In Georgia now we have
Fantastic story.
3-4 meters high tea bushes. Yes, this is for example when industry collapsed, tea bushes got abandoned for decades. And some of them merged with the forest. We do nothing with we don't interview, we just maybe clean a road for pluckers to pick tea, and it's only plucked twice a year.
And it's probably very limited quantity.
Yes, it's
because
very,
it's
yes, it's very limited, but it's very unique in a way, and it's like something like a, you know, a curse, which was the collapse of industry, brought something also positive.
Did I buy actually a wild or no?
Yes.
I bought a wild
Yes.
one?
Yes.
Ah, super. This look. Okay. Can I, because you know, I'm a marketing and sales consultant, branding consultant, just give you a tip, one tip, because I saw, you know, when I bought this, it's a nice bag and everything, you have the name and everything, but what I would do, put a little bit of story here.
Yes.
Now I'm going to my friends who are tea drinkers, and we are going to try this tea, and I'm going to tell them the story, like, you know where I was, and so on and so on. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You were fantastic, super, super great.